Curious about the price of a Magic Online card? Try our searchable price guide on the right sidebar of any MTGOacademy.com page.
All right, we're in the first round, and we're going to be playing first, of course, and this is an easy keep. We get to run out Agent and hope that we hit something good. There's definitely some blanks in our deck, but considering that a few of our counter spells are 3 mana, 3 and 4 mana, we're not going to be hitting those too often. Or we're not going to be hitting too many blanks is what I mean to say. So let's see what we hit here. Hopefully Jitte. Do we want to cast it? Will it get... will it shuffle? I can't remember. Yeah, I guess so. So we can't get anything, but we do get to have it shuffle. All right, so not a bad start for us here. We've got 3 power on the board on turn 2. Didn't get lucky with the Shardless Agent thing. I wonder if I actually have too many whiffs in here to make Agent playable. I didn't double check. I was keeping track of it for a while and then kind of didn't, so I'll double check that to make sure. GOP'd, we can steal that. Though I don't know if we really care about it enough to steal it, although it's going to be pretty good. Yeah, let's steal it. We've got 3 land drops in a row coming up, and we're facing down a red-white player. I think a 3/3 first strike for the next 3 turns in a row is probably worth a control magic, especially because we're doing nothing else with the turn anyway. It's hard to imagine that a deck playing Plated GOP is going to play things that block very well. Do we need the mana for anything else? Not really, so I can just play this. I'm going to play out Lotus Cobra too, though. Again, I can't imagine that a deck playing Plated GOP is running Wrath effects, so in we go. Forest. All right. Huntmaster. That's pretty good. Oh, that's pretty good too, though. We're just going to be copying it. Actually, if I can pick up Shardless Agent, that would be kind of sweet. The problem is if he chumps with it or if he blocks with it. I guess if he does that, I'm pretty happy anyway. So let's play this. I'm not going to use the mana. Attack, attack, attack. He'll probably trade here, but I think the temptation is to take the damage and trade Wolf for Lotus Cobra. I don't think that he wants to trade Charlotte's Agent for Huntmaster. Yeah, okay, this is kind of what I was thinking. So now what do? I do this. I go, and then I have enough? Yeah, okay, so Ninjutsu, return this to my hand, copy this, so he still takes 2. And I get to play a spell as well, and hopefully we hit something sweet. We kind of do. Little tiny Tarmogoyf here. and then say go. So he can flip his guy, which is pretty good for him, but we might just kill him on the crackback, actually, if he does nothing here. Yeah, Goyf was a really interesting flip here, actually. Because while it's crappy on the table, you know, one of the ways he can get himself out of this mess is by like passing the turn, flipping his Huntmaster, killing mine, and then having some type of removal spell for one of my other creatures. You know, maybe for this or for this. But it gets tricky because if he wants to remove the Goyf, then he leaves me with a bunch of power on the table. But if he removes this other stuff, like if he kills the Geopede, it puts an instant, presumably, as well as an enchantment in the yard and makes Goyf pretty big. If he kills Shardless Agent, it's a creature and an artifact, so that also makes Goyf a bit bigger. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. By the way, that's right. Human, werewolf, ninja. We did it. Feel like we may have just won the game based on that alone. Like, I don't know that there's much else to accomplish in Magic, but we'll play it out. Right, so he did just pass the turn back. So my trigger goes on the stack here, and then his goes on top of it. So he gets to flip his guy. Presumably killing mine. Which of course prevents mine from flipping and doing anything. And I find nothing. So let's just say I attack with everything here. Play a land, so then he takes 2, 4, 5, 6. He can actually go to 1, but it's still worth it, I think. Though, you gotta figure he has something here, but yeah, we're all in. It's got Restoration Angel, and we get pretty blown out here. Yeah, I don't think we can recover from that. I mean, our line of play is pretty straightforward. Like, we don't really have a lot of options. We can't beat a Huntmaster if it just sits there forever. But now he gets to, like, eat Geopede, eat Tarmogoyf. Yeah, we just needed a counterspell there, basically. He's going to eat Pilgrim, eat Goyf. Eat Goyf. And he's just good to go here. All right, well, we're going to have to come up with a little bit better of a draw next turn. I think this one was close, but we never drew any of our truly great spells. Just our very, very good ones. And I don't think that we can beat these. Not saying it's impossible, but incredibly difficult. Okay, sure. Now he makes 12 power worth of flyers this turn as well. I guess we have been savagely outdrawn here. Sure. Not sure why you would type that, but have your way. We draw a Jitte. Yeah, it could be interesting. Let's play it. Pretty sure we're just dead anyway, but 12, 13, 14, 15. I guess we can sort of live a turn here. Well, don't take it. Sure. All right, I will concede. I mean, I want to play it out like normal, but I guess there's not a big reason to there. All right, so flash freeze. Yeah, flash freeze should be able to counter something, so I'll bring it in over hinder. Are you good versus that deck? No, not really. I'd love to be able to play this, but that seems a little ambitious. Yeah, all right. Upgrade flash freeze. Proceed. Okay. Yes, we're going to play first. No, we're not going to mulligan. Yeah, this hand's okay. We need to draw some stuff, but we're going to be able to cast whatever we want to this turn. I like that. Sure, that's not a big deal. This is an issue. Nice. Elephant fight. This is obviously a non-bow, but that's okay. We've got enough to cast Sakashima Student in case he casts something sweet, and if we don't, we can just flashback Call the Herd and just beat him down. No problem with that game plan. Ash Zealot, sure. You definitely made an Ash Zealot. That cannot block an elephant. Zenith. Okay, here's our deck. So we can Zenith for, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So we can get Tarmogoyf, Cobra, one of the other elves, or this but no thing. So we can basically get a Goyf or a Cobra here. I think I'd rather just have a 3-3. So let's just battle and make a 3-3. Sure. So Goyf right now is a sorcery, is a 2-3. Not too bad, but not going to get bigger anytime soon either. Well, I guess if a creature makes it into the yard, then it's a 3-4, which is really nice. But Cultivate and doesn't do it. Green Sun's in the shuffle, so it doesn't do it. All right, he's going to play an Elspeth here, which is quite good. But we should be able to grind him with these elephants pretty well. I can also Fairy Conclave to keep pressure on Elspeth. And he's going to have to throw away like a token and an Elite Vanguard to trade off for one elephant, which is pretty good. He made it a 5/5 flying and attacked me. Now I have no idea what's going on here. Looks like he's just trying to kill me here. Very interesting. I wonder if I just try to kill him. Yeah, I think so. If he's not going to make dudes and he wants to start jumping his creatures, I can throw Fairy Conclaves in front and do all types of stuff. See if he changes his mind and starts making 1/1s here or not. Johnny Vengeance. Sure. Changes the race, potentially. Wish I had some way to interact. Kill an elephant. All right. And I take how much? Could potentially take a lot of damage here. So I have to be quite careful. He's going to make a token. All right, so we're going to slow down a little here. I take 2. I'm assuming. Take nothing. Tradewind Rider. That's an interesting one. I can actually make 2 of those. So if I attack him or if I attack something, what's going to happen here? Probably attack with Elephant. He probably puts Vanguard and Soldier in front and just says, sure, you can have those. Which I might just be fine with anyway. I can copy image. I mean, I can image Elephant, attack, and then make Tradewind Rider. Which is interesting. This is actually tough. I don't know what to do here. He's at 10. He's not gaining any life anytime soon, but Elspeth is now a major issue. He could just chump with Soldier as well. That's a perfectly reasonable play for him. I think what I'm going to do is image the elephant here. Actually, this doesn't really do what I want either. This makes me need to kill a Johnny, doesn't it? Because he can just target it. So maybe I actually image Ash Zealot so that it can actually attack now. And I think I'm going to send both of them at a Johnny. This ensures that my Ash Zealot actually lives. Or not ensures it, but makes him chump block or whatever if he... Unless he's okay with the Johnny dying, which he might be. He might just be like, sure, Johnny's dead. He's going to trade off for the elephant. And he's going to trade off our boards here. And I will play a Tradewind Rider. So he probably keeps my Elvish Mystic tapped down. Makes a dude. Chips. Well, he can cast anything too, but that's his onboard stuff. Alright, so we draw Moloku, which is sweet, but we're pretty far behind now thanks to all this nonsense. So I think our game plan here is just to cultivate. I mean, we can't cast anything else. Well, is that true? It's not technically true. I could attack with Trader and Rider and student it. Actually, I can do that anyway. But do I even want to do that? Do I want to make my own 8.5 tails? I mean, I can activate it. Sort of. Can also just attack a Johnny Vengeant to keep him from helixing anything. If I do make a student and I make an 8.5 tails, does that get me anywhere? Leaves me with student in hand and rider in. Yeah, that doesn't really do much for me. So let's attack something. Let's attack a Johnny. I guess it does do one thing. It does kill a Johnny if I do this. Killing a Johnny seems pretty nice. Leaves me with Trader and Rider in hand, an 8.5 tails on the table, and then I play Moloku and start making stuff. Yeah, this actually seems worth it to me. Because a Johnny represents 3 damage by himself, but also the ability to keep my Fairy Conclave at bay, which is the only thing pressuring these Planeswalkers, and an extra land tap down to Moloku, which is all quite a lot. I mean, I'm already in big trouble here. Huge trouble, to be honest. But I think that a Johnny makes my life even that much worse. Again, unlocking Fairy Conclave, 1, 2... do it. 1, 2, I can actually play both next turn potentially, Moloku and Fairy Conclave. I might just want to move in on Moloku though. It kind of depends on what my opponent does, because if he just starts jumping 8.5 tails, then I could be in big trouble here. Yeah. Yeah, this is trouble. This is trouble. Yeah, sure. I think he could have just killed me. Yeah, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So he decided not to do lethal damage to me for some reason. And 8.5 tails is going to kill me though. Because Moloku can actually stabilize a board here. All right, so I'm dead multiple ways here. So what's my plan? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I can Shardless Agent. This thing becomes blue, right? Yes, so that's colored. If I hit, let's see, 1, 2, 3, hit Jitte, cast it, equip it, I can't do anything. I think I just Moloku here and hope that he misses the onboard kill again. Yeah, unfortunately, the illusions are blue. Everything's blue. So he can just give his thing protection from blue. Oh, from white. He can give everything white. Oh, I guess maybe he doesn't have enough mana. 1, 2, 1, 2. No, he does. He has just enough. I'm so annoyed. Like, if we hit a land there, we can just block. Oh, this thing's already white, so it doesn't matter. No, it still doesn't have protection, though. Yeah. Maybe he'll screw it up. Maybe he'll do it first before Elspeth or something. I mean, I'm trying to clock him now. And it's interesting because he's been playing super slow, and I was thinking in the first game that was one of the reasons, why I wanted to just go through the motions just in case. But it looks like it may have paid off here, but apparently we're not getting there. What is going on here? He can't decide if he wants to attack. He should probably just attack. Tap a bunch of mana here. Sure. And then he just wins. Yeah, I think if I would have been a little more aggressive about the clock stuff, I think I could have actually just got him. Which is kind of insane, considering that it's been so slow. And sometimes that's what it takes. I mean, I don't ever... that's why I end up... I think if I'm just playing by myself, I actually would have made that play. But since I'm playing... Oh, he let me block. What happened here? He actually let me block. Couldn't he just make that thing white? Yeah, he could have just made it white. And then I make another one and he makes the other one white and then I lose. I have no idea what's happening here now. So confused. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make more Moloku tokens. And say go. And see if he can kill me. I don't know why he didn't do that. He had perfectly enough. I'm blocking. I have no idea what just happened. But we're going to win. He conceded, I guess, but there's, nothing on the clock. Okay, so what's our lesson to be learned here? I mean, we could have lost that game. We should have lost that game. But our opponent screwed up the last turn and then also put too much pressure on himself from playing too slowly. I don't know. I guess the moral is take your time when you need to, but move through the normal decisions a lot quicker. I mean, he took time on decisions that were not decisions. And I think, maybe he had a connection issue. I really don't know what the deal was, but somehow we are going to the second